No, 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 no. I'm in my selling homes era.
Welcome back to Behind the Signs. I am Charlene, manager of Howard Hanna at Chi-Light Ogden. And today I have one of our top agents with us, Greg Tacconi. So, Greg, you have had absolutely massive success since you first started, even earning Rookie of the Year.
Correct.
So, could you tell me, what do you think led to that success right from the start?
Well, partly because I had been in business for quite a while, so I had a base, so to speak. But my goal in everything I do is to help people achieve their desire. Not so much what I want them to have, or not just to earn a commission, but to truly help them buy a home or sell a home. And so by relieving any stresses that they may have, I'm able to guide them to what they tell me they want, and it just explodes from there.
So it sounds like you really take time to listen to them and really get to know what their deep needs are.
I do. And not only that, but I get to know them personally, and I enjoy getting to know their families. And so everybody's family wants to look out for them. So when I bring them in and they can see that I'm actually there to help, that puts them at ease, and that's how my business has grown, because then they have become clients and friends as well. It's not a desire specifically to get business, but to be genuine and helping and caring about people, and it just comes out. I don't even know how I do what I do half the time.
Well, maybe it's because you truly enjoy it.
I love what I do. I love what I do. I can't imagine doing anything else.
And that's probably why, 95%, or would you even say more of your business is all referral based?
Pretty much right now, yeah, between 95 and 100% is referral based, because of my years of doing it in other industries that I've been in. And a key to any sales success, as far as I'm concerned, is letting everybody know what you do everywhere you go.
Okay, and I have personally witnessed you do an amazing job at that, whether you're on the phone or even just out taking a walk. You've told me stories about it.
And a lot of times I don't even know I'm doing it. It's just because I love what I do, I just want everybody to know so I can help them.
That you think you've done that really leads to these referrals?
I let people know right from the start that the bonus at the end is I get paid. And I truly want them to let me be their stress. And when they do, and when they let me do my job for them, they can enjoy the process. And then we're all successful, because they get what they want, and they feel like they truly did it with the proper advice, and they didn't end up doing something. And key to me, as I push to all my clients, is never settle. Compromise is one thing, but never settle. You'll always regret. I've talked people out of buying things.
Wow.
Because I knew it wasn't what they wanted based on our initial conversation. And ultimately they got what they wanted, and they were much happier, which again, then they tell everybody they know, which grows my business. But truly that is what I care about, is them, my client, you, getting what you want. I get mine at the end, and it works.
It seems like, from what you're saying, what I've personally seen, that you care about your client above the sale. You know the sale's going to come, but you don't want to rush them in for a paycheck.
Absolutely. I've had clients I've worked with for over a year to get them where they wanted to be. And they ended up getting more than what they thought they could have. And they were just way happier. They waited. It just was beneficial for everybody. And then again, my goal is, obviously, everybody's got bills to pay. So I do this to earn a living, but I do it because I really, really like helping people get what they want.
You know, speaking of that leads me to my next question. You come from a background before real estate of leadership, of managing, and of being in sales. So have you been in this field your whole life?
I've been in real estate for 13 years. Prior to this, my career, I was in the automobile business for 24 years. And then I sold wholesale packaging for about 12 years or so. And then I decided to get into real estate in 2012 and made the transition into that. And so again, with the backgrounds that I've had, and even going way back to the automobile business, and car salesmen have a bad rep. And I sold used cars for a while, so used car salesmen and lawyers were neck and neck. But there again, I have talked people out of buying cars and referred them to somebody that I knew would help them get what they wanted. And within 2 or 3 weeks, I get a thank you note and a check, like a commission, so to speak, for helping them get what they wanted, not just stuffing them or selling them something I wanted to earn a commission. So throughout my life, my goal is always to put others ahead of me, others above me, to help them get what they want, not what I want them to have. And again, the goal is to help them get what they want, not be abrasive and not make it tough. And so there again, it's all about everybody else. I get my fair share. I'm never worried about it. I'm very blessed in everything I do. I'm well taken care of.
When you do the right thing and you look out for those other people, it comes back to you.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. No excuses. I like what I do. I enjoy what I do. I let my clients know that we're going to be serious about this, but we're going to have tons of fun along the way.
Yep.
And I get to know my clients and they get to know me. And, I've been invited to birthday parties. I've been invited to weddings. And it's just fun.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. And I go home and I tell my wife, and she goes, "Really? We got to go to another wedding?"
Hey, it's free cake.
It's free cake, right? Exactly. Anyway, yeah, that's me.
So speaking of going to like events and things for your clients, can you tell me, do you have like one memory that sticks out in your head of one of the most memorable interactions with a client?
Well, there's lots of them, but one in particular, I helped a friend of mine's daughter buy her home. She and her boyfriend bought a house. And then, I've known these people for a long time. And then they were getting married. And so I was invited to the wedding. My wife and I were invited to the wedding because we're friends. And I knew some of the people that were already there, for mutual friends. And as they were lining up to introduce the bride and the groom, and my friend and his wife are there, and the groom's parents are there and whatnot, I walk up and I start handing my business card, introducing myself, saying, "If you ever want to move to Rochester." And so my friend, he's like, "Are you kidding me right now?" And they laughed. It became the joke of the wedding, and I became the realtor. But they ended up moving to Rochester, and I helped them buy their house. And then the groom's brother wanted to buy a house, and I helped him buy his house. And the bride, who again, my friend's daughter, her brother wanted to buy a house, so I helped him buy a house. So again, the referral business, it just grows when you help people and you become part of them. It just expounds.
And you said you weren't scared to, bring up in any situation that you're a realtor.
It doesn't matter. Let everybody know what you do. And kind of ironically, and this is maybe a little morbid, but I have a friend who owns a funeral home, and he's got a stack of my cards that he gives out to people because he knows that when somebody dies, there's a home to sell and a estate. So everybody knows what I do everywhere I go.
But I would think that if somebody did have a death in their family, your empathy and your trust would make them feel more confident going through that experience.
You know what? And it's true. It's fun helping first-time buyers because of the excitement. But I've also had good success in helping people transition out of their home or a family settle in a state after a death. Because again, I'm not putting myself out there as just trying to sell something and make a commission. I'm helping them get through the process. I take the stresses. I own a truck. I help people clean their garages or their basements or whatever. I'm full service. I truly am. I just had a client ask me what my address was because they're ordering something and it'll be delivered to their home after they're already moved out. So they're going to deliver it to me, and then I'm going to take it and deliver it to them.
That's a lot of trust.
You build the trust when people believe you're in it for them,
right,
not for yourself. And it just works.
Which kind of reminds me of your tagline, which I'd love for you to tell the viewers of your tagline.
My tagline is, and the truth is, you can buy with confidence and list with results if you hire me.
And I think that you have set a clear example of not only talking the talk, but walking the walk. Your production, your numbers, and your attitude speaks for itself. You're in this office and you're busy,
busy.
You are a bright light. You make people laugh, and you just bring the fun.
You know what, I like to laugh. People like to laugh.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know how to laugh. So I can act like a 5-year-old and my grandkids love it. But yeah, just like we need to lighten up a lot. And a lot of things aren't as serious as they need to be or people make them out to be. So if you can laugh, have a good time. I ride the shopping cart through the plaza or the store, so my wife won't let me shop with her.
So you don't have to go to the store and shop.
Right. I just like being goofy. It's just fun. But I'm serious when I need to be serious and get the job done.
And that's
start to
the
finish.
best side of both worlds. You have somebody who's competent and can get the job done and is going to be there for you and to make it fun too, especially for the first time home buyers.
Truly is.
It's a tough market, and I think that you need that energy with them now.
Yes, you do, because they've heard so many horror stories, and it's not true. Some of them are, but I can diffuse that. And I've been invited to so many housewarming parties. And again, I just pick up clients because I am who I am. And then they tell everybody, and the next thing you know, it expounds. And that's how my business has become referral based.
Beautiful.
That's where I'm at.
Well, Greg, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing everything. And at the end of this video, there's going to be a slide, and it's going to have all of Greg's information, his cell phone and email, where you can get a hold of him. I'm sure he would love to help you.
I would love to help you. And if you just need a laugh, let's talk.
Or a laugh, give him a call. Until
Thanks.
next time, this is Behind the Signs. Bye.
Bye.
So let's buy a house, let's get